Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over how to use a grid technique to draw basically anything. In this, we're going to be drawing a lovely portrait of Millie Bobby Brown, everyone's favorite star from the show Stranger Things. But you can use this technique to accurately draw anything from a picture reference that you want. The tricky part in this is the setup. As you can see, I've already drawn a grid over this picture. So this picture was helpful because it was 5 by 5, or it was a square image, and I made it exactly 5 by 5 before I printed it. So that helps when you are transferring to another paper that you can make the exact same. Or you could even scale it up to whatever you wanted. You can make it 8 by 8, and then your paper could be 8 by 8, and you could still draw the same grid. So that's just the tricky part, is doing some math to kind of figure out the scaling of it if you're scaling bigger than the picture you have. So it's easier to just stick with the same size picture with the same size paper. So I've drawn 1-inch squares over this picture. So the way this helps, I don't know, they used to have them in coloring books, is that you can see where in space these points are to draw them, like where they cross over the line. I don't know if you can see, but I have drawn the same grid lightly in pencil on this paper, so I can relate this grid to this grid and draw exactly and accurately the proportions of her face and where her body is on the paper. So a good place to start is maybe like this one, really, right where her shoulder meets the end of the paper. So this is the second square from the bottom, and you can see it's like more than halfway, but maybe like in between, like 3/4 of a way up this. So that would be around here, and it kind of goes like that. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can draw square by square and say, okay, well, I want to draw everything in this square. Or you can just sort of draw how you would normally draw, but like with using this grid to help you with the positioning. So let me give you an example. You could say, okay, I have to draw everything in this square. So I've drawn this shoulder part, and now I have to draw this part. It's a little bit more than halfway, like, and it goes up to here, and then it goes here. I hope you can see this. I'll draw extra dark so you can see. And then it kind of goes down, and her hand is there. And this shirt kind of goes up like that. Or you could just sort of draw through the grid lines. Okay, so her shoulder ends about here, so it goes kind of like that. It helps you draw more accurately than you normally would. Like, see, I was going to go way over here, but then you see the grid lines and you're like, oh wait, her head is actually a lot smaller in this picture. So I have to draw it, it's more like that. That's kind of the technique, and it can help you draw pretty much anything. So I printed in black and white just so it's easier to draw. You can print in color, but it's not really necessary for the technique, only if you want to see the colors to be able to draw, or color in later. So what will be helpful with this is watching my portraits video that I already made, so you can kind of get an idea of how to draw the individual features of the face, like the mouth and the nose and eyes. So that's how you use the grid technique. Again, you can use it for any kind of picture. It doesn't have to be a portrait, but it does really help with portraits. I hope you found this helpful, and thanks for watching!